Hello, traveller. Please, come in, sit. Back again during a dust storm, I see. They are quite unpredictable. I haven't lived here that long, but I can't seem to figure out when they are about to happen. Now, what can I get you this time around? You came to hear more of my stories first. Oh, of course. I should have known that coming from you. Well, what is it that you want to hear? How did I end up here? In the desert? Well, that one is a long story indeed. It's going to cost you 4 doubloons, along with anything you buy in this shop today. Deal? Wonderful. Remember when I told you I used to live in the capital of Erestia? Well, what I meant by the capital, I really meant I lived in the palace. I was the Empress's personal healer for a time. That is, until I was exiled for reasons I'd rather not say. I left the palace the night I was exiled, and it took me over a month to get here by foot. I still can't believe I was able to manage a journey like that, but there were very nice people that helped me along the way. The people west of Erestia are not quite fond of the Empire, so they helped me get back on my feet and into Persia. From there it was just traveling south and trying to survive any way I could. Then I finally ended up here, alive, but very tired. A very nice old woman took me into this shop. After a couple decades, she passed and left the shop to me, and I was alone, all over once again. I do not wish to bore you with such things, but my life has been nothing but trials and loneliness. How did I learn to survive here in the desert? Well, no matter how hot it may be down here, I cover up the entirety of my body to protect my skin and eyes from the dust storms and the violent rays of the sun. You get used to the warm feeling eventually, though. You simply just learn to live with it. I've also learned how to conserve water over the years, especially during drought season. So, as you can see, it's not impossible to live in the desert. You simply just have to learn to adapt to surroundings. I'm sure you know a lot about that, seeing as you travel to many places constantly. I wish I could do that, but I'm getting older by the day, and I don't think my body can handle traveling long distances anymore. Oh, I see. Is that why you go through so many health potions during your travels? Well, you ought to be more careful, or you might get injured to the point where a healing potion won't be able to save you. Healing potions cannot prevent death, and magic cannot solve everything. Remember that. Now, how many potions did you say you need this time around? 20? That seems a bit excessive, don't you think? What in the world would you need 20 health potions for? They're not for you. Then who are they for? A village, not too far from here, is sick with, oh God, the swine sickness? I'm so sorry, traveller, but those potions won't cure the village of their sickness. How do I know that? I know that because my mother served the Empress's father before he died. She tried to save his heir. She did everything in her powers, but to no avail. The Emperor never blamed my mother for not being able to save his son, but you must understand there is nothing more that can be done. I have tried to make potions to help cure the swine sickness, but I have not achieved such things yet. You must understand that it isn't your fault that you cannot do any more to help them. It's simply a waiting game for sicknesses like these. Not everyone will survive it, but those who do will have an immunity if they catch it again. It's a cruel world we live in. You can't save everyone, even the people you love the most. Oh, would you look at that? Looks like the dust storms are starting to lighten up. Which means you'll probably want to get on your way, huh? Right. So, how many potions would you like for yourself this time around? Just 5? That seems light for you. How about you pay me for 5, and I'll give you an additional 5 on the house? I insist, traveler. You need them more than I do. I do hope I get to see you again soon, traveler. It gets quite lonely here when business is slow. Of course. Safe travels.